Hello students, today we are going to deal with expansion of idea. This topic we have already completed while we were doing the other written skills, the topics which were other than the textbook. And this time I have chosen this because it requires a revision and few examples I should give you so that for those students who are from Urdu medium or some other vernacular medium, so it will be easier for them to learn, because ready solved examples I have tried to give you over here. I want you all to take it as a revision work, plus jot down the given details in your notebook as well, children. So let's begin with expansion of idea. It means to understand and to describe the meaning and idea given in a particular text. The text may be a proverb, an idiom, a title, a poetic line, or a good thought. The words used in this text are rather symbolic. The words are systematically decoded, which imply a very artistic value. Most of the time, this kind of text is used to sum up the idea. Now, this given diagram is given to you just to make it more simpler to get comprehended with the topic. It's a form of a mind mapping, children. What is expansion of idea? So there are various points. Let's read it out. To understand the meaning of text, to understand the symbol in text, to explain text with similar ideas, to summarize the text, to substitute the symbols into sentences, to understand the idea in text. This is a brief idea about expansion of idea. Understood, children? Now, there are various proverbs and idioms which may come in the board exams. I'm not sure which topic they are going to give, but these are the expected topics which I have tried to cover it up, children. Let's see the first topic. I want you all to write down in your notebook, children. This is a ready solved answer for you. Action speaks louder than words. If this topic comes in your expansion of idea, so write down the given paragraphs. This is an age-old proverb with a deep hidden meaning inside. To say something and to do something are two different things, children. It is a well-known fact that people often do not do what they say. It is why people value hard work more than mere promises. Actions carry more meaning and importance than what a person says. People are recognized more for the things that they do rather than the words they utter. Utter means speak up or reveal. It is therefore better to be a person who backs words with actions as opposed to empty rhetoric. It is the ideal way to realize our aspirations and create the lasting legacy in life. This is now second one. The face is the index of the mind. This is the given solved answer for you all. If the expansion of idea has got this question, children, in the board exams, write down these two paragraphs. This is a famous proverb in English. The mind is always engaged in one or other thought process. They may be of happiness, sadness, joy, sorrow, anger, fear, depression, etc. Our body is an indicator of our moods and feelings. All our thoughts, emotions, and feelings are reflected on our face. Happiness and love are easily reflected in a positive manner on our face. The face of a person with anxiety shows uneasiness. Some people try to keep their emotions under control and present a blank face. Brilliant psychologists can immediately read the face and judge what is going on in our mind. Always keep calm as far as possible and light up your surroundings with a happy and smiling face. This was about the face is the index of the mind. This is very famous again, a proverb in English. Speech is silver and silence is gold. This is a very popular proverb in English. It is said that when you have the speech of excellence, the better and better you teach. When you have the power of silence, the higher and higher you reach. It is a fact that when we speak, others become silent. And when others speak, we become silent. But it's always upon us that what we choose, speech or silence. No doubt, speech is silver, but most of the time, silence plays a very golden role. It lends grandeur and charm to human lives. Silence is the sleep that nourishes wisdom. Okay, children, now let's move forward for another topic. The given topic is argument is the worst kind of communication. According to the famous satirist Jonathan Swift, argument is the worst sort of conversation. This proverb teaches us the real value of human life. Argument is not the proper way to communicate with each other. When people argue, they are engaged in conflict, and it's usually not pretty. Argument always spreads negativity. People do not treat each other with respect. They get defensive, try to prove their own points, and fail to listen to each other. In an argument, people cannot freely discuss their ideas with others because they are in stress, anxiety, and in anger. To avoid argument, it is the only way to make us idle and intellectual. Argument is nothing but wasting our time and energy. Such a wonderful teaching children. Most of the time we fall into arguments and our relationship get hampered. The best thing is avoid argument, improve your silence as a golden tool for your personality. Now next is attitudes are the real figures of speech. This is commonly used proverb in English. According to Edwin Friedman, attitudes are the real figures of speech. Attitudes is a settled way of thinking or feeling about something. Edwin said that communication does not depend on language or articulation. Most of the time, it depends on the emotional context in which the message is being heard. As a human being, we must recognize that the real assets of life are the people with whom we interact. Our way of thinking, our way of expressing ideas and feelings must be rather effective and powerful. To attract people requires a positive and cheerful attitude. We must always have a positive attitude towards life, children. Always be cheerful. Never be, whining in your attitude, or you should never have a sort of complaining attitude towards what you did not receive. In fact, when you are positive, when you are cheerful, you show a wonderful attitude of being blessed with lots of blessings on your life, and you show that you are calm and you're settled and you're balanced. So you prove it's a hammer stroke in society. You have proved your wonderful personality in the eyes of the people. Understood, children? So you should always try to have positive and cheerful attitude, inshallah. Next is the wise man has long ears and a short tongue. It is always said that the wise man has a long ears and a short tongue. This German proverb is famous in all over the world. Long ears shows a willingness to listen carefully. Short tongue shows self control by allowing others to make his views and opinions. This is the real greatness of the person. It proves the wisdom of the person. Listening is the most valuable treasure of man. A person who uses it skillfully is aptly called a wise man. It is much more important to be able to listen correctly. More emphasis must be placed on effective listening and understanding. After all, the less you speak, the more you hear. Understood? So you should prove yourself as a wise man, children, and always lend a peaceful and a patient ears to others when people are trying to communicate with you. And speak less, children. Always try to control your tongue. That means you should always have short tongue. All roads lead to Rome. This is another example of expansion of idea. This is a very famous idiom in English. Earlier we were discussing about proverbs. Now this is an idiom in English. It means that the same outcome can be reached by many methods or ideas. This idiom refers to the road system of Roman Empire, in which Rome was positioned in the center with every road attached to it. All routes were directed towards the center. In day-to-day life, it means that there is more than one way to achieve the same thing. Variety of methods will yield the same result in the end. Exactly the same outcome can be produced using many different ways. There are many different routes to reach the same destination source. A man without liberty is a body without a soul. It is quite true that liberty is as essential as air we breathe. If you have liberty, you can create anything. But if you don't have it, life appears hard struggle. If a man has all the luxuries but no liberty, those luxuries can't make him happy. On the contrary, if he has less luxury but complete liberty, he will be happy. Liberty is life. Without liberty, life is worse than hell. Liberty means to gain knowledge. It means to express thoughts. Liberty provides a real value of living to the man worldwide. Without liberty, a man will be a slave or to a master. Neither will he speak nor will he express his pain. Manners makes man. The proverb manners makes man means how the politeness and good manners are essential to humanity. This proverb is thus often used as a way to remind people to be polite. Good manners can apply to several aspects of human life, including how we speak, the words we use, our tone of voice, our gestures, and our actions. Now, a well mannered person is courteous,